Hey team, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today me and Mills, hey guys, are bringing you a second trimester chatty what I went through video. Yeah, I thought we could have a little chat about the second trimester, because that is the one that everyone is like, you'll feel better, it's a good trimester, it's those weeks where you actually start to enjoy your pregnancy a little bit more, and I have to totally agree. You're going to have to excuse this because I'm very tired. I have actually just had a small coffee and some chocolate before this, because I like coffee again. So to remind me, I'm going to be looking at my pregnancy journal, because I have actually kept a journal, and I'm going to go right back to week 12, which is where week 13 is your second trimester. Yeah. And talk you through that. So basically, the first trimester is very much the first 12 to 13 weeks, and I was very poorly. I was very ill. I actually had morning sickness until week 18. So yeah, I know some people's tends to stop. Mine didn't, but I don't really know when it started. So yeah, so it's about week 18 anyway. So week 12, things that I tend to write down was like how I was feeling, things that I needed to do, my weight and my belly measurement. Like, I wanted to know if I was gaining the right amount of weight and how like big my belly was measuring, any appointments that I had, any scans, things like that. So the first, so week 12. If we say week 13 as the second trimester, so I hadn't gained any weight at this point, and I just made a list of basically everybody that I wanted to tell before I did a huge announcement. So like certain family and certain friends, before like you post on social media, you might want to tell certain people, just those that are really close to you, things like that. Then I had like certain appointments for like my health and for baby's health, and then just like started looking at things like cribs and prams and things that I would probably want. I didn't want to buy anything too soon, if that makes sense, but that was just personal preference on me. I also tracked the size of baby in regards to fruit each week. So here you can see it was a lemon, and I basically did that like each week, and things like milestones. So I would be like, this week I haven't been sick, or I've only been sick once, or something like that. Up to about 18 weeks I was probably sick 3 or 4 times a day. So things like those kind of milestones didn't happen, but say I didn't have like a nap that day, I'd feel like it was a bit of a milestone, like I just kind of pushed on and it was normal. Also I've been like experiencing like a lot of lightheadedness with my blood pressure, and my heart condition, so I've just been like really focusing on getting through each day. I'd also write down my cravings, which is really interesting because some of them stick around and some of them yeah, some of them changed, so it's interesting to track. So once we got to week 14, I started to buy things. I started to order things online. And I started my exercise back again. So in the first trimester, when I was really poorly, I was like in and out of hospital. My heart was like struggling a little bit as well. I was struggling, and yeah, a lot of the time ill, really tired, and a lot of things stopped. So like I had more time off work, feeling poorly, and also cancelling things like events and stuff. I didn't really want to go. And then I didn't exercise. Apart from doing the odd walk, I just really felt so lethargic. I'd always just sleep and be sick. And yeah, I had another, what was it, sinusitis or tonsillitis or something as well. And I was just like, yeah, I don't feel like exercising. So exercise came back. I'm gonna sneeze. So yeah, exercise came back, just like low intensity. I bought a maternity pillow. I started to train myself to sleep on a particular side. So it's just best for you to not sleep on your back. So the best side is to sleep on your left side. However, I get really sore hips, like a little bit of sciatica. So I tend to like swap either side in my sleep, and I train myself from like 14 weeks onwards. I think you can sleep on your back up to like 20 weeks, but I just thought I sleep on my back. Well, obviously before pregnancy, that is the way I slept, so I wanted to train myself out of that before I got to 20 weeks, when I knew I couldn't and it was gonna like worry me as such. So yeah, and then I bought my first lot of stuff from Amazon. So like a couple of onesies, a couple of swaddles. Like it wasn't really a huge shopping haul or anything, but it was just a few little things. And my cravings became very much sweet. So it was like ice cream, donuts, sweets, chocolate. I've got down here sour sweets and lemon Fanta, so it was quite bitter, like lemon and soury taste. I was sick 5 out of the 7 days that week. So yeah, which I then started doing a tally as it went on, because I was just like, there is a lot of sick. Yeah, week 15, still hadn't gained any weight. I think that was down to like purely to the sickness. And this is where I went from drinking like loads of normal, plain, still tap water to really wanting sparkling water the whole time, and that's not changed. I literally drink probably between 2 and 3 litres, maybe sometimes over, of sparkling water a day. The thirst is real. I'm thirsty all the time. Yeah, I do actually have the odd cold coffee now. You're allowed up to a certain amount. I didn't want it for ages, and then I couldn't even stand the smell of it, and then that changed. Yeah, it came back. So I remember one time, probably around 15 weeks, Joe had gone to Starbucks and got me a cold coffee, and he was just like, I got the one that you like, and I was just like, yeah, and then I couldn't drink it, and it was just a bit like, what a waste of money, because obviously Starbucks is a little bit expensive. Yeah, we then, at 15 weeks, I then put it on. my social media for all my friends and family to see. Week 16, I really started to get into a bit of a routine. I started walking a little bit more. I started exercising probably like twice a week. Very, very low impact, but really enjoying it. Got some items for the nursery. Sickness was only 3 times that week. Tired. And the smells were really strong, so I was like spending a lot of time in my bedroom, away from the kitchen, away from the fridge. Week 17, I put on a pound, so I'd been sick less and less. However, that week I ended up being sick 8 times. So it was kind of good, kind of wasn't. I did 3 workouts that week. I felt much better physically, apart from the sickness. But once I was sick, it was kind of like I'd eat something, then I'd be sick and I'd feel better, but then I'd be hungry again. So I'd have another bit of food and then I'd probably be probably sick it up. It was hard to keep down, but it was also one of those weeks where I just came to terms with it and I was like, right, this is what happens. I ordered a lot more. I started having dreams about the baby. I started thinking about a baby shower. Obviously, I didn't do my baby shower, so any of my thoughts that I had, I didn't do anything with them anyway. Like, my sister did absolutely everything, bless her. Started sorting out my clothes. Like maternity wear, because I'd started to get more of a bump then. And I actually went to one of Joe's gigs that week. I obviously felt a little bit stronger. Week 18, I was then up by 3 pounds, but just really like putting it on gradually and healthily, if that makes sense, and it was all moving in the right direction and no one was concerned about that, so I was really happy. I had my first alcohol-free beer, which I liked. The wine and Prosecco, it was a big no from me. It did not taste anything like it, so that's just a no-no. The alcohol-free beer was like the one that I went to, so started looking at like the C-section, preparing for it and recovering from it, because I like to be ahead. So obviously it was only week 18, but I just like to be prepared. I like to plan things in ahead. I was also planning like post-maternity with some family and friends as well, like for childcare and returning to work and things like that. I am OCD. And I like to think of things in long term. So, excuse me. So, I did that. That was just before the summer holidays. That was nice. Had a couple of scans that week. Following week, I was up to 85 centimetres. This might put it in perspective. My waist was 61 centimetres before pregnancy, and then I was up to 85 by July. So if I can put this into, instead of inserting pictures, I might just show you what I've already tracked here. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like much at all, but to me, it felt like a bump, okay? So, and then June here, and then July, look at me and my here. So I got up to like 85, and I definitely felt like there was a bump here. And this is when I went for my 20-week scan anyway. There was, oh yeah, here. So So this one's just more realistic. Like the whole of my top half had gone like really squidgy and really like fluidy. And I said to my mum, because obviously it was quite firm before, and obviously you retaining a lot of fluid as well as baby. And then here, this one, I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, it's circling out, like getting rounder. So that was June. And then July, this was like when I was exercising. I could definitely feel that it was a bump. And then July at my sister's graduation, there was much more of a bump. And here, it just seemed to get more round and more round. And now I haven't added any more pictures, but oh no, there are some here. It then got higher. It started to pull higher up, and then here. So it definitely got rounder and higher. But then I started thinking about my YouTube, starting my YouTube again, just to document this process. By then my stomach seemed to grow like a centimetre a week. I felt like I was getting bigger and bigger. We had a massive heat wave as well when I was 20 weeks. It was like the hottest it'd been in years, and that was really a struggle because everything just swells as it is. Week 21, I shot up to 89 centimetres. By then I put 6 pounds on, and I could start to feel, I've got anterior placenta, so I felt bubbles probably around week 20, 19, 20, 21, started to get a little bit stronger, but at week 21, both Joe and I felt the kicks, so he felt them like by touching my belly as well, so that was good. And then we just felt like they were getting stronger and stronger. Obviously now I'm 29 weeks, I feel them regularly and movement regularly, but oh, excuse me, I'm getting breathless. Cravings was Biscoff, chocolate and sweets, so I don't know whether it's a craving or it's just, excuse me, something that I wanted. Okay, week 22, I was up to 90 centimetres. I was like, oh my gosh, this is huge. I was a little bit more nauseous, and that weekend of week 22 I did actually pass out, but I was with my family, so luckily it was okay. It's just, yeah, it's becoming quite common. I was struggling at work a little bit this week as well. I noticed the heat wasn't helping me. Sorted out my MAP B1 for work. Week 23, no appointments, quite sick, hot, sorting out the garden and pond with my family for my baby shower. Week 24, this is when I felt like the weeks were just flying by. Had a midwife appointment, call from Leicester, made a postpartum health plan, which is something that I just do and do for my clients and things. So I just made that out myself. Went to the gym with Joe, which is really good because I started, instead of just doing some movement at home, I went to the gym, and it was like more of a, I'm still going out, I'm still being social with it. Because the gym is like my place to go. It makes me feel good and I enjoy it. So started doing a little bit in the gym. Then got to week 25 and I was up by 14 pounds. Being quite productive, working on the baby shower, and that's Viable Baby Week, which is lovely and exciting and special. Then 26 weeks, baby started kicking a lot. Had gigs, ball, a lot on actually. It's a year since my best friend passed away. Nursery boxes were done. Started painting the nursery. I haven't. My sister's doing it. Then it was back to work because it was like September. PT still doing. Week 27 was recently, the week that the Queen passed. I had a wedding to go to, which was very tiring. Excuse me. Very much just walks that week, so I was just tired. Very tired. And then week 28, up by £18 now. So they say as you get to further along and baby's growing more, then you put on more. Was back to work, but was sent home because I was very dizzy, very tired. Then went to the hospital on the Tuesday, and they were basically implying I needed to slow down and think about work and what choices I'm going to make when it came to personal training. Excuse me. So, yeah, with my heart condition and everything that's been going on, I made the decision to start maternity leave early at personal training. So that started last week. So last week I was poorly, so it was in place this week with all my clients' plans and using the gym, etc. So this week is week 29, and yeah, we didn't have work Monday because it was the state funeral, and then yesterday was fine, today's been fine, just been a little bit tired, but other than that it's been alright. Managed to go to the gym. I had a couple of nosebleeds. My parents have been away, my mum's now got COVID, and my dog's not been very well, so it's been a little bit like other elements have been like triggering my emotions. So I say I was more emotional this week, but I think that's more, rather than my hormones blaming it on me, I think blaming it on pregnancy, I think it's more like external factors. So if I show you, I think I've done a little bit of like a scrapbook of just little things to look back on, those items, and obviously some baby bump pictures, like my baby shower invitations, things like that, just so that, even like down to letters and scans, like I just wanted to keep all of it in one place. I don't know if there's anything. Oh no, I started doing like a family section, which I'll add photos to, and things like the cards that I received, stick them all in my book. And then I started writing obviously more to-do lists, the things like when I'm recovering, things for Joe, my mum, my sister, just little things that I'm going to need help with. Oh my gosh, look at my eyes, I look so tired. Yeah, I think that's everything at the moment. My next scan is next Tuesday. So Tuesday the 27th I've got a heart scan, and then I've got a scan on baby, and yeah, that's just like the little update progress of the second trimester, because now this week we are in the third trimester, so it's going fast now, becoming more and more real. And at the end of the month I plan to buy the pram, this I want a baby gym type thing, and some like cushion safety mats for the living room, because our flooring's quite, well, it's just vinyl on top of concrete, so it's not the safest. So you need a haircut, Mills, don't you? Yes, you do. So yeah, that's just a little second trimester update for you, what I found and discovered. And on the whole, I would say it was like my second trimester was a positive experience, and something that if women are struggling with things in their first trimester, just their own health or morning sickness, then just keep pushing, because it is totally worth it when you can start to enjoy it. And obviously always just focus on the end goal. So yeah, that's it really. That's all I've wanted to update you on, and I will be bringing soon some more workout videos, what I eat in a day, pregnant, very realistic. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for tuning in yet again, guys, and thank you for following my journey, and see you in the next one.